Back at you again with another banger. So today we're going to be talking about this lady who got ditched in Colombia. So yes, you guys know pretty much all about the passport bros movement. And I did make a video on the passport sis movement as well. I don't know if you guys remember, but if you look back at my channel, I've made a video on the passport bros versus passport sisters movement, and I'll link the video down below in the description as well, so you guys can definitely check it out. But yes, so the overall premise of the story here is that this lady goes to Colombia to find a husband, and yeah, the guy can't speak much English, but in her view, he's pretty cute. And it's this guy's friend who connects this lady and the guy together. But once he gets his visa, he's out of there. So let's just get into this video right here.
Always seem like good looking men, but I'm really shy. Like, I'm not gonna talk to a man. He has to come to me. But this man, I just saw him and I was like, I need him. I said this verbally, and he was looking at me. I was looking at him, and I was like smiling. He was smiling back, and I was like, ah. So he goes in the ocean, and I'm like, oh my god, bro, like we have to follow him. And we go in the ocean, and he's just like swimming, and I'm like staring at him, and like
Okay, so if you can imagine this here, imagine if a guy did this. This guy is on vacation, sees a woman he likes, he's too shy to talk to her, so instead of maybe giving one or two looks, or instead of maybe mustering up the courage to go talk to her, or just drop it, or just let it go, he follows this woman into the ocean. Now imagine if a guy did that, but so since there's a woman here, that's all okay and there's no problem.
and then this guy who is Colombian but speaks English heard me and he was like, oh my god, do you want to be with that guy? And I was like, yes. And he's like, let's get you guys together, like let's wingman. And so my friend and him were like planning how they're gonna like introduce us because I'm shy, but he literally like watched us plot on him and just he walked over and goes, "Como estás?" I was like, bien, but I didn't speak good Spanish at the time. David, the wingman guy, was like translating for us, and he was putting in work. Like he was trying to get us to kiss. And my man David succeeded. We literally were like making out in the ocean and just all over each other. And I was like, I'm taking him home. Like literally, we walked home. That's my friend. We walked home, and literally, I stopped and got like razors on the way. Like I was like, yeah, like it's not gonna be crazy. There's David, our translator. And so took him home. We hooked up. I expected him like to leave the next day. No, he wakes up, starts making homemade arepas.
It is funny how women can
Alright, well guys, you saw she hooked up with this guy at initial meeting. This guy didn't have to jump through a bunch of hoops. This guy didn't really have to take her on a date per se. They just met at the beach and then they just kissed on the beach and etc. And then they just went back to wherever she was staying and just linked up like that. But yeah, so this guy got a really easy time. So when you see these women with long laundry lists of, you can't take me to Applebee's, Chipotle, etc., you gotta take me to Capitol Grill or whatever, walk away, dude.
And so took him home. We hooked up. I expected him like to leave the next day. No, he wakes up, starts making homemade arepas.
And also, I did have to mention the point where she was talking about how this guy can't speak much English. But wait, hold on. Isn't that what a lot of ladies were kind of shaming passport bros for going to other countries where the women speak very little English? But then without really doing their research and then seeing that in countries like the Philippines, they learn English as a second language.
I'm just like, literally like completely starts making homemade arepas. And Literally, like, who is this man? But it was his birthday, so I did not kick him out. We instead took him to a sea aquarium, and we just like were vibing, having like a fun.
And the fact this guy made a rape us, well, again, they would say if you went to Thailand, found someone who was nice who actually cooks for you, etc., and whatever, then they would say, oh, he got himself a servant. But the femmes are most certainly quiet on this one.
Really liking him. Then my best friend who was doing this whole trip with me went to Barcelona, and I went back to Medellin alone and went to the dentist. They told me I need to have emergency wisdom tooth surgery. I had such a rough healing process, and he was like, please come to the island, I'll take care of you. And I was like, you know what, I'll do it. So I go back to the island, and I don't even have a dad, so I've really never been taken care of by a man. But this man, I mean, literally spends hours preparing these soups, purees them, ices my face, makes saltwater rinse it.
Oh, okay, so we found the missing puzzle piece. She didn't have a dad when she was growing up.
Cuts out my food for me. My sockets ended up getting infected, so I was in so much pain. He physically carried me to get like pain shots. So I was like, you know what, this is my man. So I stayed on the island with him because I'm jobless. This is all such a jobless activity. Works as a barber and tattoo artist, so he's a pretty free schedule. So we just like go to the beach in the middle of the day. He's cooked for me since we met, and which is amazing because I'm used to grilled dinner, so finally I'm being nourished. And he's just so nice. I've actually been like dealing with a lot of health issues, and that's why I haven't been posting. And oh my god, I'm gonna cry. But the way this man is taking care of me, I can't even get into it because I'm gonna cry. But he's so real. My name tatted. Took me to Cartagena to meet his dad's side of the family, and then I was like, okay.
Alright, so for this man, this is all working because he's relatively very good looking. But if an average guy, maybe the guy looks average, maybe he's not exceptionally good looking, like he doesn't have as much style on him. If he did all of the same stuff, then I'm pretty sure this woman would have probably taken it for granted. Because I'm pretty sure she could have found a guy who did all that stuff in the States, but he's still not good enough. I mean, he literally has to be perfect, like someone you dream about.
Really gets a passport, comes with, and already has a job. He had comments like, oh my god, like, what if he's using you for a visa? I am not marrying him anytime soon. I don't live in America to sponsor someone for a visa, and he's Venezuelan. They literally have temporary protected status in the U.S., just like Ukrainians, and he has family that lives in Georgia that can sponsor him. People are so worried about you getting used because you're dating someone foreign, but y'all be getting used by American men. So we don't have to like get married.
Right, same message to passport bros or potential passport bros. You guys might be worried about getting used by women in other countries, but the American women are using you. Bro, look how she just disrespected American men like that. Like, you're talking about maybe the top 20% Chad guy, but look at her. Look at her attitude. Look at the way she talks about men in her country, the men that she didn't even give a chance, most likely. Then it's no wonder why this Colombian guy just ditched her after he got his visa. No wonder. And also, this guy actually definitely did use her. But again, these American women, Western women, they talk about how these passport bros are going to get used in other countries as if they don't use these guys themselves. And here, I did leave my comment. I say they criticize Western men for trying to find love overseas, but they're doing the same thing. Also, know that this guy speaks very little English and that modern feminists stay silent about that. The women complaining about passport bros are hypocrites. And that comment got liked from Dating Right, the guy who made this video that I'm reacting to. And it got 8 thumbs up. And as you can see, none of those thumbs up are my own. So anyways, guys, that's it for this video. If you like this video, please don't forget to smash that like button, subscribe, bell notifications, and share.